is December 27th. That means Christmas has come and gone. So I hope you all had a very good holiday. Mine was definitely action-packed. I had 4 Christmases in 4 days. My mother came over on Saturday for her birthday as well as Christmas. Sunday we had some neighbors come over, so we had some drinks and kind of celebrated Christmas. Monday, Christmas Eve, my parents came over, as well as an uncle and aunt that are kind of out of town from me, so they came over. And then Tuesday we actually went to my wife's parents' house to have Christmas over there. So it was definitely action-packed, and I must say I was pretty tired after all of that. But I hope everyone else's Christmas was excellent as well. And I wanted to share a couple things that I got. As you can see, one to my right. This was my main big present that I kind of told everyone I wanted. So the wife and the in-laws kind of threw in some money for me to get this. So this is the Strom 4-gallon backpack sprayer. I was talking about possibly getting this or a Sprayers Plus model as well. So I ended up going with this one, as well as I got the GCI nozzle assembly. So overall, I think this is pretty well made. I kind of pulled it out of the box. I haven't got to do much with it. I filled up with maybe about a half gallon of water and went out on my patio and sprayed it around a little bit. Not even really knowing how to set up this nozzle. My video from P to GCI, there was a link that was in my orders. It didn't want to open correctly, so I think he was going to send me another video for that, so I can watch how to correctly calibrate it. In the meantime, I think I did find the actual video on the Lawn Forum that had the Pete's videos on how to calibrate these. So let's get into this. When I open up the box, there's this piece here. This holds the sprayer assembly here. Has quick disconnects like you would on the normal, a little bit of water there, like you would a normal pressure washer. There's assembly there. And you have the GCI nozzle assembly here. So this has 2 different nozzles on it. You have one here. This would be for your 8-foot wide spray. I believe this was maybe a T-Jet assembly. It comes in a yellow housing. And then in the Strom itself, down here in my filter basket, there was a couple more sprayer assemblies. You have a 0 degree, that's your red one. You have a 25 degrees, your green one. And you have this for if you really want to put a hole through something. So those were in there. And then also with the GCI assembly, this was sold separately. Here is your other sprayer assembly here, your nozzle. So this would be more, I think he called this an edging nozzle. Honestly, I think I would probably use this between not only edging, but also if I wanted to put herbicide in here and I wanted to spot spray, I think this might be a little bit better. I don't know exactly how wide this sprays. This might be a little bit better for that if I just wanted to spot spray some weeds, versus this. This has about an 8-foot wide spray pattern on it, so this isn't going to be very good for spot spraying. So overall though, this thing it appears to be very well built. It has a couple different filters in it. Your filter basket on the top, and then also I believe somewhere toward the bottom there was another filter that you can kind of take apart and clean out. So overall it seems very well built. Let's flip it around to the back side so I can show you the bones of it. So on the back here, you have decent cushions. You have some pretty wide straps here, and there's 2 buckles that go across the chest, so the straps don't fall off of you or anything. And then here is where your battery would go. So there's a little door here, so that will protect against if there's a little bit of rain or anything. That'll protect the battery a little bit. And then is the battery that came with it. It says Strom on it, but on it it says trailerracks.com. It's 18 volt. So I'm kind of wondering about this one because of it being a I guess you call this a streamlined battery, like if it was a Black & Decker or something like the Chapin uses, how easy it would be to replace these, because if I get a new battery or need a new battery and you can't find them anywhere, I would be stuck buying a whole new sprayer, so I don't want to do that. So hopefully I can get a new battery for this. I haven't really looked into that, but popping it is easy. Just kind of set it down there, slides in, good to go. Close the lid, and with this you have two different settings here. If you flip it up, I believe it's a high pressure, and you have a little diagram here too. So high pressure, high speed is the top one. If you flip it down, you have two lines, and then it's your lower speed. So you'll get different PSI ratings out of it. I don't remember exactly what it was for the low. I believe the high was like 56 PSI. So it'll definitely put out some product pretty quick. So I think it's pretty nice, and hopefully for the price I paid for it, it will last me quite a bit. Honestly, I just got tired of trying to spray my yard with a 2-gallon hand can. If you've ever tried to do that, you feel my pain. So I want to be able to do some blanket spraying applications with either some ammonium sulfate or ferrous ammonium sulfate, my humic acid and C-cup that I put down. I feel this might be a little bit better to use instead of trying to use a Chapin hose-in sprayer to try to spray down my yard. And then if I wanted to blanket spray some tenacity or any other type of herbicide that I want to do a blanket spray, I'll be able to do this a lot easier with this. One thing I did notice when I did find one of the other videos for the nozzle assembly, the calibration video, Pete was saying that he started talking about applying at 32 ounces per 1,000 square foot instead of a gallon per 1,000 square foot like I'm used to. So my Chapin 2-gallon sprayers, all the instructions that I read on any of my products, they all say apply so many ounces per gallon and apply that 1 gallon per 1,000 square foot. And he was saying to apply it at 32 ounces, or I think with a novice video he said 64 ounces per 1,000 square foot, which is quite a bit lower rate. So I think part of that might be using the natural adjuvant that he promotes, so you don't have to use as much product. I'm not using that, so I think I might kind of hang back and stick with that 1 gallon per 1,000 square foot, which means I'll have to fill this up quite a few times to spray my yard, but it's still a lot better than using a 2-gallon. And it's pressurized, so I'm not having to stop and pump off the tank. So we will see how that goes as I get this more set up and it gets a little bit warmer out. I will try to do a calibration video so I can see how exactly this will work. One thing I did notice after I started watching the video was, where did I put my nozzle? Was the nozzle, when I sprayed it, apparently I was holding it down, and this thing is supposed to spray kind of more upwards. Actually, I'll come closer so you can see it. So you have a notch here, and so when I was spraying it down, so it goes on the hose end, and it was angled down. But from what I'm seeing from the video, instead of spraying down like so, angle it up, and that gives you a little bit wider spray. And that's one thing I was noticing when I was trying to spray the water and spraying it down. I was only getting roughly maybe about 6.5 foot of a spray pattern. So by spraying this upwards, it's going to kind of put it out and over, and that'll get you your 8-foot wide spray. And whether or not I was spraying at a high speed or a low speed, I don't remember. I was just kind of out. It was Christmas morning, like a kid, putting it together and running outside and trying to spray some water down my patio. So I will definitely do a little bit better job trying to calibrate and try to figure out exactly how this works. But overall, I'm happy with it. I'll be more happy once I start spraying some chemicals down and don't have an arm like Popeye from pumping up my hand cans the whole time. So there is one other cool thing that my in-laws got me. I do want to show you that one, and then I think we'll take a look at my elephant ears and the banana plant downstairs. I think that'll pretty much be all we got for this week. Isn't that cool? My in-laws feeding my lawn habit. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, it doesn't match my dress pants or my slippers or anything, but I had to show you guys the shirt because I thought this was pretty cool. Speaking of shirts, so if you saw the live stream with the Grass Factor on the 9th, remember me mentioning something to Connor Ward that I was going to get him a Hooter shirt to match those shorts. That way he had the whole outfit. Well, today I got the shirt, Connor. It's on its way to you. So look in your mailbox on probably Monday. We're going to have something to match that outfit. So let's go take a look at those elephant ears now and see how much they've grown. Alright, and here are the elephant ears. That is their progress so far. So, got a pretty big leaf here coming out. We got another one getting ready to pop out. This one started coming out within the past 2 days. This guy is doing pretty good. And then this guy, these weren't growing. These are the ones that were, as I mentioned in previous videos, it was kind of a deformed looking bulb. Had like almost like the Mickey Mouse ears. Had 2 ears over here and one in the middle. So these are all finally growing pretty good. Got a leaf getting ready to open up. So this is all within the past 4 or 5 days. And we have the banana plant here. So we got this guy, got another leaf coming out. One thing I did notice, you see there, had a little bit of yellowing on the leaf. And so I believe that to be a potassium deficiency. So I did pick up some of this Osmocote. This is a slow release flower vegetable plant food. I just went something that was going to be a little bit higher on the phosphorus. I could have went something with like sprinkled some 10-10-10 fertilizer on there, but I didn't want to buy a big old 25-30 pound bag just to sprinkle a little bit in this flower pot. So I got this. This is a 14-14-14, and it is a slow release. I thought maybe originally it was a urea base, but it says there it's polymer coated, ammonium nitrate, ammonium phosphate, calcium, blah 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 blah. So my main thing though, it had the 14 potassium. So this has been in there for maybe less than a week. Still hasn't completely dissolved in yet. I've been watering it pretty much every day. So I'm trying to keep that water and try to get that fertilizer in there to hopefully help that plant out, so I can get rid of that yellowing. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so that's all I had for this week. Kind of try to make a short and sweet video. Not much else going on. I did want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Kind of show the backpack sprayer, because I did mention a couple times I was looking at getting a sprayer. That was the one I ended up getting. Wanted to show the plants and of course the cool shirt. So if you could, like, subscribe, hit that little bell so you can get a little ringy dingy when I post up a new video, and I'll see you.